This week, I had a really busy week of doing, and my talk today is about doing and being. The doing part is fun. It's about having a sense of purpose in my life and about contribution. So, this week I was busy doing coaching and coaching clients, and I had some real estate things I had to attend to. Other things like writing. I do a lot of writing, playing the guitar, and being with my wife, Amy, and doing having experiences in my life. A lot of times I'll sit and reflect on what has to happen in the future. And as forward moving, evolving beings, we have to plot out our future. So that's what I do. I plan out my future and I write about it in particular. I think writing about it is really important because it brings the ideas from your mind, your thoughts from your mind, onto paper, into physical reality, and thereby the chances of succeeding in achieving those goals or objectives or thoughts or future ideas increase dramatically. So I write my goals down, I write my objectives down, I write my future self down. I write what my future self will be like, qualities, characteristics, and so on. That's a future-oriented exercise. One of the things I like to do, you've heard of the word CEO or Chief Executive Officer. I like to use the acronym FEO. So find exciting outcomes. And that just remember CEO, and that'll take you to FEO, find exciting outcomes. Finding exciting outcomes takes you to the next level of your experiences. And it gives you something, a dopaminergic hit. It motivates you. It's the proverbial carrot that you dangle in front of you to keep you moving forward and keeping you exciting, getting you out of bed, keeping you excited about life in general. And so I write my finding exciting outcomes. I write that down, and I sit and I really, really pay attention to what exciting outcomes I can achieve. And I write them down, and thereby I create my reality, my future reality from those exercises. And I ponder on them and I look at them every day and I think about them. It excites me. So I would encourage you to write down your exciting outcomes for the doing part of your nature. The mind is such an incredible tool. Like the other day, a friend of mine in the building, she left me a bag of lemons outside my front door. And those lemons weren't just your average lemons. They were lemons from her tree outside in California in her backyard, and she had them picked and sent to her. She left me a few of them. If you would, close your eyes for a moment. Now, just imagine you're holding one of these lemons, and they're fresh from her backyard, and they're an exquisite yellow, not like the ones you would buy at the grocery store, but just an exquisite yellow. And imagine taking the lemon and putting it up to your nose and smelling it. Imagine in your mind taking the lemon and placing it on a cutting board, and you take out a very sharp knife and you cut into the lemon. And then you pick up the lemon that you have just freshly cut and you bring it up to your nose and you smell it again. You decide to take a bite of it. In your mind, take a bite of the lemon. And I'm sure by now all of you are salivating, aren't you? I know I am. I can feel my salivation increasing, and I can actually taste that sour taste. And I can feel it. My brain is alive with that smell and aroma of the lemon. Now you can open your eyes. Now there's just a little thought experiment to just indicate the power of the thinking mind, right? How important your thoughts are and how you can create your reality through visualization and how it affects the biology, the mind-body connection, and the mental impressions that we create in our mind, that we actually make up in our mind, affect how our cells and the mitochondria in our cells respond to our thinking mind. So you can have negative thoughts, you can have positive thoughts. The process of being, the paradoxical side of being versus doing. We are human beings, not human doings, but we're both. But the process of being allows us to stop and relax into our minds a little bit, to reset the mind so that we can, when it's time to use the mind, we can better optimize our decision making. And we can create a reality that is something we choose to create rather than what we haphazardly create. Most of us run on autopilot, right? Because cognition takes a lot of work. Thinking takes a lot of work, takes a lot of mental energy. And the brain has evolved to conserve cognition energy. In case we get chased by a saber-toothed tiger, we want to make sure we have enough smarts and enough mobility to take off and to escape from that saber-toothed tiger. So the brain conserves energy. So we don't want to use too much of it, yet it takes up a lot of energy. And like I said last week, the brain comprises 2% of our body mass, but takes up about 20 to 25% of our caloric intake. So it's expensive. Thinking is expensive, but certain types of thinking is very important. So optimizing for thinking is crucial. It's critical for making decisions to keep you moving forward in life. That's what meditation is about. And it's also about reducing cortisol levels in the blood. Lots of stress, we know stress, how terrible that is for our health and for our sanity. And in this historical time, we have so much responsibility for our internal mental states that it's so important that we maintain our equanimity. Equanimity means poise and balance, and we need to keep a balance between doing and being all the time. And doing requires that we think in the future. Being requires that we stay in the present moment. Now, yesterday, I had some time, but in the afternoon, it was really quiet. And I chose to take like 45 minutes to just meditate. And I had the best meditation. Oh my gosh. It was like 40 minutes of just sitting in nothingness, in void. And I don't know if you can imagine that, but how exquisite that is. And it's like unplugging your router and your modem and your Wi-Fi and your phones and your computers and the screens. You unplug that and you let the body settle down and you let the mitochondria reset, because we all know that, if you have a hangover from the next day after drinking, that it takes some time for the body to reset. The body resets. It's amazing. You cut yourself and the body heals itself. Wow, what a concept. So that's what you do in meditation. You're actually optimizing the body for healing. Wow, what a concept. So human being, we're being. So let's sit and be together. Let's be together. And meditation is fun, and it's like being at home. It's like going home. Meditation isn't something you do, it's something you are. You are naturally this. You are naturally happy. You are naturally at peace. You are naturally in flow. You are naturally in love. You are naturally being, awareness, consciousness, love. It's all the same word, same thing. Joy, same thing. Sit in your joy. Your happiness is seeking you. You don't need to seek happiness. Let's enjoy and identify the happiness that exists in us now and do a little meditation. We'll begin by calming down the nervous system. And the breath is such an important tool. Yesterday, I did about maybe 15 rounds of alternate nostril breathing and some other breathing exercises to bring more oxygen into the brain. The brain loves oxygen. And the ancient Indians in the Vedic history knew this 5,000 years ago. They knew it back then. The brain needs oxygen. So let's begin with that. Let's do some alternate nostril breathing to balance out both hemispheres of the brain and to bring more prana or life force into the body. So we begin by blocking off the left nostril, and you can place your ring finger, the middle finger, onto your forehead between your two eyebrows. And let's begin. We'll do a few of those. If you don't like doing this, don't do it. It's real simple. If you get dizzy, don't do it. Stop. But if you do it and enjoy it, do more of it. Do 15 rounds or so. We won't do that many today. So begin by taking a deep breath in through the right nostril. Hold. Block the right nostril and release. Exhale through the left nostril. Fully and completely. Good. Breathe in through the left nostril. And hold for a second or two. Block the left and release through the right. Breathe in through the right. Hold. Feel the energy up in your forehead, between your eyebrows. Feel a nice light energy. And then block the right, release through the left. Breathe in through the left. Hold. Exhale through the right nostril. Breathe in through the right. And hold. Exhale through the left. Feel the nervous system calm down. You can even hear it in my voice. My voice has lowered in tone. Breathe in through the left. Block the left and release through the right. Very good. You guys are good. We'll do a few just inhalations and exhalations. Breathe in through both nostrils. And hold up into your brain. And then exhale through the mouth. Release the weak. Release any stress, beliefs, positions, judgments, anger, anxiety, stress, ideas. Let the air out of the balloon. Another deep breath in through the nose. And hold. And visualize a light between your two eyebrows. Just visualize a nice light feeling there. That's where we keep our attention in meditation. The prefrontal cortex, the executive brain, the planning, the directive brain, the organizing brain, the pragmatic brain, linear brain, right there, the new brain. Keep your attention there during meditation. It's a great place to meditate from and with and to. And then exhale, letting go. Sit in your chair, be alert. Meditation is an alert practice. You're present in the moment without thoughts of the future or past. Simply being. Feel the presence of your body, the gorgeous body, the magnificent body, the aliveness of your body, the immediacy. Of full-bodied embodiment. You're in your body completely. That's where you are. That's where you manifest from. That's where you receive from and to. This is where all your action is, in your body. Just feel the weight of your body in the chair. And notice your feet and relax your feet. Relax your ankles and calves and knees and thighs till both legs are heavy in the chair. And feel your stomach and feel some good digestion happening here naturally. Good to meditate on an empty stomach because action isn't happening there when you're trying to meditate. Digestion isn't happening. So when you meditate, meditate on an empty stomach. Come up to your heart center and just breathe in and out naturally. Imagine as you breathe in, you're breathing energy into the heart. And when you exhale, you're releasing energy from the heart. The in and the out. Imagine a nice open heart space, unprotected, surrendered. We naturally protect the heart, but it's so great to just like loosen up a bit and open it up and allow it to just be open and accepting of yourself and of others. And then come up to the throat. The throat, where we speak from, where language is formed and created from our thoughts. And see an open throat region. Come up to your mouth and relax your mouth and your tongue. Relax your face muscles. Relax your eye muscles. Relax your ears. Relax your forehead and your scalp. Relax your scalp. And relax your eyes. And relax your brain. See a quiet brain there. 100 billion neurons going on in there. 50 billion on each side. Just calmed. Fewer electrical impulses there. Come up to the top of your head and imagine a light, an aura there. And let the aura expand outside your body, all around your body, just like a saint or the images of saints. Light. We're beings of light, right? Come up behind your head to the old brain, and then come down to the back of the mind, the back of the brain, the brain stem, medulla oblongata, and to the neck, the spine. Move your head from front to back, side to side, or around in circles. And then come to the back of your head and back, mid-back, lower back. Relax your shoulders and your biceps, triceps, and arms, and fingers and hands. Feel your hands heavy in your lap. So here you are, you're here, ready for meditation, relaxed, your emotions are settled. You're here in the right place, the right time with me. Congratulate yourself, say, hey, thanks for my consciousness being so aware that I've taken time to focus on my mind and on my mental health, my emotional health, my psychological health, to take time out to meditate today. So take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale. Letting something else go. Maybe it's an old conditioning. Maybe it's a mini trauma. Maybe it's a complaint you had this week. Maybe it's an argument you had with a friend. Let all that go. So we're sitting with ourselves and we bring attention to the mind space with the intention that we can see and feel what it's like to be aware of being aware. without passing judgment, and with being completely accepting and loving and kind toward the thoughts that arise in the mind. Just kind of like you're just a little investigator. You're noticing, you're curious. You're going, this voice inside the head is always talking to me. What is the source of this voice? What's the source of the voice? And if you have feelings, which we all do, we say, oh, I'm happy today, or I'm sad today, or I'm lonely today. Here's a good suggestion. When you notice those things, try to remove the I am from it, from the emotion, and just say, you know what? Happiness is here today. Sadness is here today. Loneliness is here today. It makes it so much easier to deal with the emotion when we separate the I am from it. We don't identify with the emotion because we're not our emotions. And they're less troublesome for the physiology and for the psychology. Emotions can be quite uprooting, and overwhelming sometimes for a lot of us. What is the source of that little small voice that we have conversations with every day with ourselves? If you trace it back to the source, you'll find that it's awareness that you really are. That's what you really are, is your beingness. And you pare away anything that isn't essential, and you see what's left over, and you see that it's like a gap between two thoughts. And you can live in that space very, very easily. And you can get to where, like the Chinese got to thousands of years ago, with the idea of wu wei wu, doing without doing. Life lives you in that space. But it takes a little practice to get to that space because we've been taught to be in a different kind of a mindset, that mindset of doing. We must achieve. We must get better. We must progress. We must grow. And sure, all those things are useful, like I said earlier. But the de facto idea that can change everything and how you view your reality is allow being to be the core operating principle of your reality, of your existence. You let go, you surrender. And you find a strong wind behind you when you do that and you succeed at it. You perform at your best, you feel at your best. Things work out, abundance is there for you. Fewer worries arise. Your body's health is optimized. You see how things work. You approach your relationships with better perspective. And you gain clarity of mind. So in this meditation today, just simply ask yourself, be gentle with the thoughts that arise, and simply ask yourself, what's the source of my inner voice? Let that question float in the mind without even answering it. Just sit with it. And you'll come to a great realization that the perceiving presence is all you are. That's all you are. And its main quality is joy, bliss, love, peace, and happiness. Those are the qualities. So we'll sit in a bit in meditation together, and I'll take us out of meditation in a little while. And gently bring your awareness back to your senses. Breathe in gently and exhale gently. Good job. To go from the being state to doing state in your world, we can use our intuition. Most of us need a reminder that we do have intuitive abilities, but most of our intuitive abilities lie dormant, and we forget that we have this capacity, the gut, our instincts, our intuition. So it's beneficial to practice to remember that we can be intuitive. A question I like to ask myself is, what wants to happen? What wants to happen? Or what's needed now? So as you go through your week, think of those two questions and ask yourself those questions, or just practice and say, what does my intuition say? What does my gut say? What does my heart say? What does my head say? What does my intuition say? What wants to happen? What's needed now? And if you have time, go back to the being mode. Sit, be quiet, and allow your mind to settle down, and then go at it again and have your experiences. In closing, think of 3 things you're grateful for. And Hare Om, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May peace pervade the universe. May peace pervade the universe. Hare Om. Amen. Thanks so much, everybody, for coming and being here in this meditation with me. I love you guys. I hope you have a great day, great week, and we'll see you next Sunday. If you know somebody that would like to meditate, remind them of the registration page, claritymind.com/meditate. Real simple, claritymind.com/meditate. You can register there, and we're trying to build up the group. Okay, have a great day, great week. Until next time, namaskar, namaste, bye-bye.